Series are starting to make a difference to the environment by introducing eco-friendly paper straws to their 200 ml juice cartons. iloveza.com, in collaboration with Series, are starting up a conservation conversation with some industry experts.
Welcome to Conservation Starter. I'm your host, Ziyaad Plaatjes. Today on the show, we chat to Academy Award-winning director Craig Foster.
Hi, Craig.
Hi, Ziyaad. How are you doing?
Good, thanks, and you?
Good.
Okay, Craig, what can we do to start making a difference for the environment?
I think the biggest difference that, often people from the public feel helpless in the face of climate change. They feel helpless in the face of biodiversity loss. But actually, we've got a lot of power and we can vote with our wallets. If we just, everything you buy, every company that you support, if you can check that they care for the environment and they're doing absolutely everything they can to support the environment, then buy their products. But if you stop buying their products, or you see companies that are not caring and have got layers of plastic and don't recycle, et cetera, and you don't support them, they will be forced to change. So we have actually got enormous power to create change if we come together and educate ourselves to knowing what is actually going on out there, and also to educate ourselves in realizing that we are facing now probably the greatest threat that this planet and this species has ever faced. The environmental crisis is very real and it's right in our faces. There's no more denying it. And we really need to all work together from every part of society to make this change if we are to survive.
How do we go about educating the public?
I think if we, the critical thing is that if we can try to understand that nature, and when I mean nature, I mean biodiversity. So that's all the plants and all the animals, all the bacteria on this planet. That is the immune system of our planet. It's literally keeping us alive from second to second. So I'll give you an example. All the phytoplankton in the ocean provides about 65% of the oxygen that we breathe. Every bit of food we eat is coming from the foundation of nature, from the soil itself, from the microbes, from the bacteria. So what we've forgotten as a species, as a Mother Nature, and this biodiversity, all these plants and animals, are literally the foundation of every single thing we do. This is what's keeping us alive. So what's critical is to try to understand this. And when you understand this, it's much easier to be motivated to make the right choices. When you have that sense, I'm privileged in that I'm in the water, in the ocean every day. I'm looking into the eyes of these animals. So it's very obvious for me, but for a lot of people, especially poor people, it's extremely difficult. It's much more difficult to be motivated. But somehow, if we can uplift poor people, which is a critical thing, social justice is an absolutely vital element of this whole conservation model. We have to lift poor people out of those terrible circumstances. And everybody needs to be aware that nature, Mother Nature, is literally the life force that's driving this whole planet. This is the essence. Actually is our original mother. It's birthed us. It's kept us alive from the beginning of time. And we need to look after her. We're throwing too many curveballs at her, too many things that are difficult for her to deal with. There's too much pollution. There's too much overfishing. There's too much pressure, climate change, warming temperatures, carbon emissions. These things have to be radically reduced. We have to give her a chance to be able to replenish herself.
Do you think South Africans are aware of initiatives like International Coastal Cleanup Day?
There's certainly some, people doing amazing work. My friend Anya Omedin, a marine biologist who we've just spoken to, they're group, Beach Co-op, do incredible work, not only cleaning up beaches, but also tracking the science of plastic and where it originates from. But unfortunately, many people are, most people are not aware of actually what's going on. I think most people aren't aware that we ingest, as humans, about a credit card's worth of plastic into our bodies every single week. And we're taking that in through the water we drink, through the air we breathe, and through some of the foods we eat. That's one credit card every week for every human. So all that plastic that's gone into the ocean, into the environment, is coming back into our bodies. We don't know exactly the effects of that, but it let's face it, it can't be good. So there's a long way to go. There's a very long way to go, and it's absolutely critical that all people from all walks of life come together and we start finding solutions fast.
Choose nature. Choose turtles. Choose tomorrow. Choose to make a difference. Choose eco-friendly paper straws. Choose Series.
Tell us about Sea Change.
Yeah, an organization dedicated to ocean conservation. And what we've tried to do is put this great African sea forest, this incredible kelp forest that extends 1,400 kilometers on the African coast. We've tried to give it a name, and we've tried to put it on the global map. And we've been, by some miracle, quite successful with this, largely through the film we've done. We do books, we do all sorts of things to try to raise awareness and to show that this environment here, it's one of the most biodiverse places on the planet. It's where, it's in my mind, it's the heart of the world. This is where humans first started to do art, do science, and already awake as a species. And some scientists see it as the cradle of the human mind, this incredible coast here that's so perfect for human life. So we're promoting this incredible ecosystem and the prehistory, the human origins, and really trying to say, that nature is the foundation of everything we do. Every single human relies every second on Mother Nature to keep us going, and that we really need to give back and look after her if we are to survive.
How can the public get in touch with Sea Change?
We've got a website and a small dedicated team. So it's seachangeproject.com. But the main thing people can do is, as I say, educate yourself and know how powerful nature is, and support companies that care about nature. Vote with your wallet. Is going to make a huge difference. And if you can just in your life think of, before you do anything or buy anything or invest in anything, think of how that's going to affect your original mother, the great Mother Nature that's kept us alive for our species 300,000 years.
Thank you very much, Craig, for your time.
Lovely speaking to you, Ziyaad. Thanks for your work and for caring about this enough to do these programs. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Craig.
Thanks, Ziyaad.
Have a lovely day.
Same to you. Bye.
Yes, bye.
Next week on Conservation Starter.
We have this concept called water stewardship. And what it is, it's a ladder that you climb in terms of affecting and reducing your impact on water resources. And the first thing that you need to do is
tune in and stand a chance to win some awesome prizes. Join the conversation on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. #Series Paper Straw Challenge and #KeepZA Clean. Subscribe to us on YouTube and don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn at iloveza.com and log on to our website www.iloveza.com.